Short film costs some amount of money. You're never going to be able to make your short film for free.
Altogether costs 12 grand to make.
About 3 grand.
It was around 15,000.
10,000, roughly.
My philosophy should always be $0. I'm not even lying. You should always... The only budget you should be spending is for catering. Especially if you're in film school, you have all these resources. Come on now. Come on.
I tried not to think of it as like, this is going to take me to festivals and so I'm going to put 20k down. I think it's best to save that financial, or save that money until you're really ready to spend it. Maybe that is at film school for some unique individual.
When you are spending money on a short film though, first of all, do budget. And second of all, budget towards the things that are the most important first.
Most of my funds went into the location, production design, and accommodating all the cast and crew.
Did make the decision to shoot on film. I do say that, like, try to do it if you can, but there's still so much you can do by using kind of what you have as well.
The key prop I needed were these massive wings. My main character, he's sort of like a spirit, but he has these massive owl bird wings attached to him. And in order to get those made, I had to go around and sort of source them from creators. I got a couple of quotes. One puppeteer in Melbourne said, "Yeah, I'll do them for you for 10 grand." And I was like, no. So and then I went to another puppeteer and he did them for 5 grand. And I was like, okay, I think that's all right. Mind you, they're like all handmade and they've got like real bird feathers and they attach to your elbow and they're all articulated. So when you move your elbows up, they stretch out like real, like the guy's a genius. But they are expensive. So just when you're budgeting for this kind of thing, just keep in mind, budget first towards the things that you absolutely cannot go without, and then afterwards find out what your luxuries are and what you can sort of afford to do over that as well.
Some of the shorts that I love, like Alex Wu's Idol, which won the Dendy Award for Best Short Film, I think 2 years ago now. That's a one-take film. One shot of one actor in a hotel room, and it's flawless. It's so beautiful. And I don't know how much it cost him, but it can't have been much. So, you can make an amazing piece of art that can win awards and go everywhere on not a huge amount of money. The answer really is how much you should spend is you spend as much as you need to get the things that you need.
So I did a crowdfunding campaign through the Australian Cultural Fund. There's quite a few crowdfunding websites that you can choose from, but I chose that one specifically because all donations made to the film are tax deductible, which is beneficial to the person donating.
Maybe this is like one of the only times I could do it because I don't want to be asking people for money, all the time.
Be very clear what you're using the funding for. So don't just say, oh, it's going towards production. Say what exactly in production is it going towards? Is it food? Is it paying certain cast or crew? Is it paying for the location?
If you got a film that's like targeted towards a specific group, I would reach out, to community and community leaders who are really in that group because they could really promote your film.
Like anything that you put online, branding is important. And then also kind of having quite like a human level to it, like whether that's just you guys talking to the camera or showing little snippets of what the story will look like.
I didn't want to crowdfund, and I still haven't crowdfunded because I've always been like, I'm going to crowdfund when I have the film that I'm like, I can't afford to make this happen by myself.
I made the big short film boo-boo and then I didn't actually budget. So I sort of tallied everything up later, but chances are there were things that I did not account for.
It's very easy to think that, I need to spend another grand to be able to make this thing work or make that thing work, but there's always another way.
You don't want to be poor because of your film. Stick to your budget. Find a good producer who is going to make you stick to your budget.
Yes, I'm like, I thought you spent way more than that.
Wow.
Nice.
I wish I'd only spent that.
I don't think I even spent 3. I really went under 3.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I bet it's probably way more than I think it is though as well. Because like I
I
wasn't
didn't-
checking. You know?
I definitely didn't factor in. I only factored in festivals like a year later, and it would have been almost $1,000
Yeah.
in festivals. So anyway.
I guess I find people whose work inspires me online, and I know that they're based in Melbourne.
I found my producer because we'd made a film together before and we trusted each other. I found my cinematographer through a recommendation from my production designer. My production designer was somebody who approached me and said that they wanted to work with me, and we built a relationship based on mutual respect.
Oh, I wasn't like emailing cinematographers and stuff. I actually just got my friend and housemate at the time to shoot it because I thought she had a great eye and her visual language, we kind of agree on a lot of things. So I was like, we can work together.
The first sort of instance where you're finding crew is usually the crewing night, where you get to pitch your film to everyone and convince people to come work on your film.
It becomes a process of networking, because you want the crew on your film to be people you can trust, especially your major collaborators, your cinematographer, your designers, costume production.
I think if you're very specific with key creatives that you're wanting to find and pitch your film to those people, then it'll be a lot easier to find a talented crew that can help bring your vision to life.
Look, if you're a student, if you're in your first year of making films and you're just beginning, you can use favors to make films because you're learning how to make a film. You're not necessarily making something that is a product. It's how you build relationships and build friendships with people that you experiment with and you test things. So in the early years, totally, you probably don't have to pay, so long as people are okay with not being paid and you're creating a good environment. Later on, when you're working with professionals, people that have to pay their bills, people that have families, people that have responsibilities, you should pay them because their time is worth money.
Just, feeling respected by the director and the producer, and being treated like a human rather than just like someone who's like grinding and doing the work for them.
No one likes floundering around on a set and not knowing who's in charge, and the person who is in charge doesn't really seem to be knowing what's going on either.
Honest communication, transparency.
Everybody feels like they are being seen, they're being heard, and they're being respected, and that in their own way, they're important.
Definitely catering.
Feed them great food.
Getting a friend to cater it and actually cook nice meals is probably the most affordable and satisfying way you can go.
It's amazing how much better the energy gets after people are well fed on set.
Because it just feels homely and hot. And if my mum just cooked last year, I'm telling you, you see the morale. It's like everyone's tired, then they eat some rice and some chicken. Woof! Everyone's here.
Yeah, I had my nanna and nanno, so my grandparents, cater all of my films through film school and beyond.
I brought along my yaya, and she made the traditional Greek soup and the chicken soup, and she had all these roasts, and she fed them really well. Bless my yaya. And
don't order Domino's. That sucks. People are gonna hate you.
I know it's cheap. I know it's easy, but it's become something of a cliche and a bit of a trope now that if you're getting pizza on a set, you're on one of those dodgy sets. So I don't know. If you can help it, don't get pizza. Feed them with something. Soup is really good, especially because a lot of the shoots are done in winter. Soup and bread is really good and easy. Food is love, and love your crew.